Today, we're diving deep into a coin you probably walk past every single day. A coin so common, yet some versions of it are worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. That's right, we're talking about the 2002 United States of America 1 dime, better known as the Roosevelt dime. But don't be fooled by its size. This tiny coin has a huge story and possibly even a huge payday attached. So grab a seat, hit that like button, and let's explore the secret life of the 2002 Roosevelt dime. The Roosevelt dime has been a cornerstone of American currency since 1946, introduced just months after the death of President Franklin Delano Roosevelt. His image was chosen to honor his legacy and his support for the March of Dimes campaign, which helped fight polio, a disease he battled himself. From that point on, his dignified profile has appeared on every dime issued by the United States Mint. But not all dimes are created equal, and that's where the story gets really interesting. Fast forward to 2002, a year that didn't seem very special for coinage at the time. Millions of Roosevelt dimes were minted as usual, both for circulation and collectors. But hidden among these were rare variations, errors, and high-grade examples that have become extremely desirable to numismatists and collectors alike. And some of them, they're worth way more than just 10 cents. In 2002, the Roosevelt dime was struck at multiple U.S. mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. You'll find a P mint mark for Philadelphia, a D for Denver, and an S for San Francisco. Most circulated dimes will have the P or D mint marks, while the S mint dimes were part of special proof sets, minted with extra care and polished dies, giving them a mirror-like finish. It's these proof and error coins that are truly coveted. Now here's where the money is. Some 2002 dimes were struck with off-center errors, double dies, missing clad layers, and even wrong planchet errors, meaning they were accidentally struck on metal blanks meant for other coins. These errors are incredibly rare and highly valuable. For example, a 2002 P dime with a dramatic off-center strike can fetch $150 to $300 or more, depending on how much of the design is still visible. A double die, where the coin's image appears doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process, can command hundreds of dollars from the right buyer. Proof coins are another category to watch closely. These are the dimes struck for collectors, usually found in official U.S. mint proof sets. If you have a 2002 S Roosevelt dime in perfect condition, graded PR 70 deep cameo by a grading company like PCGS or NGC, it can sell for $50 to over $100. And that's just the start. Now, high-grade regular strike coins, meaning business strikes from circulation, can also be valuable. A 2002 D Roosevelt dime graded MS68 by PCGS sold for over $500 at auction. These ultra-high-grade coins are rare because most coins used daily get scratched, dinged, and worn quickly. Finding one in pristine condition is like finding a needle in a haystack. Here's how you can check if your 2002 dime is worth more than 10 cents. First, look at the date and mint mark under good lighting and a magnifying glass. Look for doubling around the numbers or letters. That could be a double die. Check the edges. Is the outer layer missing or oddly colored? You might have a missing clad layer error. Weigh your coin. If it's significantly lighter or heavier than the standard 2.27 grams, you may have a wrong planchet error. And if the design is way off-center or misaligned, you might be holding a valuable mistake. So what's the 2025 market saying about these coins? In today's collector market, a basic circulated 2002 dime is still just 10 cents. But error coins and high-grade examples are surging in value. Thanks to online platforms like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Great Collections, these coins are getting more exposure than ever. A verified 2002 Roosevelt dime with a major error or in top condition is no longer just a collector's item. It's a mini investment. And as more collectors enter the hobby and high-quality coins get pulled from circulation, the value of rare 2002 dimes is only going up. So the next time you get change at the store, don't overlook that little silver dime. Check the date. Look for that 2002. Because who knows, maybe you're holding a coin that could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. A simple coin that millions passed over could be your next treasure. If you found this video helpful, exciting, or just plain cool, hit that like button, smash the subscribe for more deep dives into hidden coin values, And drop a comment below if you've ever come across a rare dime. Maybe yours is the next big find. We're diving deep into a small but mighty piece of American history, the 2003 one-dime coin from the United States. That's right, just a tiny 10-cent coin, but don't let its size fool you. This little silver-colored circle has secrets, stories, and in some cases, serious value. If you've ever had a 2003 dime in your hand, or maybe even have one sitting forgotten in a jar at home, you're going to want to watch this video until the very end. Because some of these coins, they're worth way more than just 10 cents. We're talking hundreds, even thousands of dollars. So grab a seat, get comfortable, and let's explore how a 2003 United States dime could be the hidden gem you never knew you had. Let's start with a little context. The dime, officially known as the 10-cent coin, has been a staple of U.S. currency for over 2 centuries. The version most of us know today features the profile of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. His face has graced the dime since 1946, following his death in 1945. Why Roosevelt? Because of his passionate fight against polio and his founding of the March of Dimes, a campaign that literally got its name from the coin we're talking about. Now fast forward to 2003. It might seem like just another ordinary year for coins, but 2003 actually has a few surprising quirks and hidden rarities when it comes to dimes. Over 2 billion Roosevelt dimes were struck that year. Yes, that's billion with a B. So what makes some of them worth more than the paper bills in your wallet? Well, that's what we're about to uncover. First things first, take a close look at your 2003 dime. Just to the right of Roosevelt's neck, you'll find a tiny letter. It could be AP, AD, or in rare cases, there may be no letter at all. AP means it was minted in Philadelphia. AD means it was minted in Denver. And if you find one with an S, congratulations. You're holding a proof coin, made in San Francisco, and that already gives it special status. The vast majority of 2003 dimes come from Philadelphia and Denver. Philadelphia struck about 896 million, while Denver produced over 1.1 billion. San Francisco? Just over 2.9 million proof coins, a fraction of the total, and that's where rarity begins to creep in. But mint marks are just the beginning. The real money is in the errors, the finishes, and the grade of the coin. Let's talk value. What transforms a simple 2003 dime into a coin collector's dream? First, condition. Coins are graded on a 70-point scale, from well-worn to flawless. A coin that's never been touched by human hands and shows no signs of wear is known as a mint-state coin. MS-60 is the baseline, but MS-68 or MS-69, that's when things get exciting. A 2003 P dime graded MS-68 has sold for over $400 at auction. A 2003 D in the same grade? Also well over $300, depending on the eye appeal and luster. Now, let's take a step further. Let's talk about errors. These are the unicorns of the coin world. They happen during the minting process. Maybe the coin was off-center, double-struck, missing a clad layer, or had a misprint. A 2003 dime missing its clad layer, showing that raw copper core on one side, has fetched $500 or more depending on the condition. A double-strike error, where the image is struck twice, can sell for $1,000 or more. Some proof coins from San Francisco have shown frosting anomalies. Where part of the coin is mirror-like and part is frosted, these command a premium from collectors who love visual contrast. And don't even get me started on off-metal errors, where a dime is accidentally struck on a penny or nickel blank. Those can be worth thousands if authenticated. So what's the market like in 2025 for the 2003 dime? Coin collecting is hotter than ever, especially as younger generations get into the hobby and older collections resurface. Online auctions, coin shows, and private dealers are all seeing strong demand. A regular 2003 P or 2003 D in circulated condition is still worth just 10 cents, that is, unless it has an error or grades extremely high. Uncirculated examples in mint condition can sell between $1 and $5, sometimes more if sold as part of a roll. A proof coin from San Francisco, especially one in PR69 or PR70 deep cameo, can fetch $10 to $50, with ultra-high-grade coins going even higher. But rare errors and perfect-grade coins? They are commanding top dollar. There are confirmed sales where single dimes have sold for $1,000 or more, simply because they were perfectly preserved or featured a rare and desirable minting mistake. Now you're probably wondering, do I have one of these valuable 2003 dimes? Here's what you can do. Inspect the date and mint mark closely. Check both sides for anything unusual, missing parts, weird shapes, strange colors. Look for signs of doubling, especially on the lettering or Roosevelt's profile. Use a magnifying glass or a phone macro lens to get a closer look. Compare your dime to images online from trusted coin grading companies like PCGS or NGC. Consider grading if you believe you have a perfect or rare example. Getting it professionally graded can multiply its value. And remember, even if you don't strike gold this time, there are millions of coins out there still waiting to be discovered. Every coin tells a story, and sometimes that story is worth more than anyone could have imagined. So there you have it, folks. The tiny 2003 United States dime, often overlooked but potentially worth a small fortune. Whether it's a proof coin, an error coin, or one that's been perfectly preserved, it's a reminder that hidden value can be anywhere, even in your pocket change. If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like button, subscribe for more coin stories, and share this with someone who might have a dime collection collecting dust. Drop a comment below if you've got a 2003 dime or any rare coin stories. I love hearing what you found. Until next time, keep looking, keep learning, and keep collecting. You never know when your next coin could be your biggest treasure yet. Well, today we're diving deep into the incredible story behind the 2005 United States $1 dime. That's right, a 10-cent coin that might just be sitting in your pocket change or tucked away in an old drawer, hiding a value far beyond its face. This is not just any dime. The 2005 Roosevelt dime has become a point of fascination for collectors, coin hunters, and history enthusiasts. And if you stick with me through this video, you're going to find out exactly why. We'll break down the history of the coin, what makes some of them extremely rare and valuable, and how much they're actually going for on the current market. You definitely don't want to miss this, because you might already own one of these treasures without even knowing it. So, grab your coin jar, and let's find out if you've got gold in disguise. Let's start at the beginning. The 2005 $1 dime coin is part of the Roosevelt dime series, which first began in 1946. This design was introduced to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who had passed away just a year before. The Roosevelt dime was also a tribute to his efforts in founding the March of Dimes, an organization aimed at fighting polio. Now, fast forward to 2005. The United States Mint produced the Roosevelt dime with the same classic design, Roosevelt's profile on the obverse, or front, and the torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. Well, there's more to it than meets the eye. Segment 2. Mint marks and where they matter. In 2005, the Roosevelt dime was struck at two main mints, Philadelphia and Denver. You can tell where your dime was made by looking just above the date on the coin. If there's a little P, it came from the Philadelphia Mint. If there's a D, then it came from Denver. Now, here's where things get interesting. While millions and millions of these coins were produced, more than 1.5 billion to be exact, a very small number of them were struck with minting errors. And that's where the real value starts to come in. Segment 3. Valuable errors and rarities. Let's talk about the holy grail of the 2005 dimes. The error coins point. One of the most sought-after errors is the misstrike, where the coin is off-center. These are easy to spot. If part of the design is missing or the date is cut off, you've got something special. Another valuable error is the double die, especially on the obverse where Roosevelt's features or the word liberty might appear doubled. These coins are rare, and collectors are constantly hunting for them. Then there's the missing clad layer error, a dime that looks like it's made of copper on one side. This happens when the outer nickel layer doesn't bond properly, exposing the copper core underneath. If you've got one of these, it could be worth big bucks. And let's not forget the proof coins minted in San Francisco, marked with an S. These were specially made for collectors and have a beautiful mirror-like finish. While many of them are common, some extremely high-grade proof coins, especially those graded PR70, are incredibly valuable. Segment 4. How much is a 2005 dime worth today? So, what's the value? Let's break it down. A regular 2005 dime in circulated condition is still worth about 10 cents, just like you'd expect. But uncirculated versions, especially those in mint condition, can fetch anywhere from 50 cents to $5, depending on the demand. Now, if your 2005 dime has one of those rare errors we just talked about, you could be looking at serious money. Some error coins have sold for over $300, and in some cases, over $1,000 at auction, all for a coin that people normally overlook. Proof coins from San Francisco can range from a few dollars to several $100s. especially if they've been graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC. And if you're lucky enough to have a coin with a combination of errors, say, a proof coin with a double die, then the sky's the limit. So how do you find out if you've got a valuable 2005 dime? Here's what you do. Step 1. Grab a magnifying glass or even use your phone's zoom feature. Step 2. Check the coin for errors. Look closely at the lettering, the date, and Roosevelt's face. Are there any strange lines? Doubling? Parts missing? Step 3. Check the mint mark. Is it a P, D, or an S? Step 4. Look at the condition. The cleaner and shinier it is, the more it could be worth. And finally, if you find something that looks odd or unique, compare it with verified images online or take it to a local coin shop for a professional opinion. Segment 6. The market and collecting boom. In recent years, the coin collecting market has absolutely exploded. Thanks to online marketplaces like eBay, collectors are buying and selling coins more than ever before. And the 2005 dime, with all its little quirks and error varieties, has become a quiet star in the world of numismatics. Even better, the values of rare coins tend to go up over time, especially for coins in top condition. So whether you're a beginner or a seasoned collector, now is a great time to check your change and start your treasure hunt. So next time you get change back at the grocery store, take a second to look at that dime before tossing it into your wallet. Because that simple little coin from 2005 might just be a hidden gem worth a fortune. Thanks for watching. If you found this video interesting, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin videos, and comment below. Have you found a rare 2005 dime? I want to hear your stories. What if I told you that one tiny, silver-colored coin, minted in 2011, might just be hiding a secret that could make you hundreds, even thousands of dollars richer? That's right, today, we're diving deep into the story of the 2011 United States one dime, a coin you probably see every day, but after this video, you'll never look at it the same way again. Stick around, because in this video, we're not just talking about pocket change. We're uncovering hidden gems in the world of numismatics, coins that collectors crave, that are making waves in auctions, and that could be sitting right in your change jar, completely unnoticed. Let's begin by understanding where this little coin comes from. The dime, as you know, is a 10-cent piece, but its story dates all the way back to the 18th century. Fast forward to 1946, and the United States Mint introduced the design we know today, the Roosevelt dime, named after President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Why him? Because he led America through the Great Depression and most of World War II, and he was a huge advocate for the March of Dimes, an initiative to fight polio. After his death, the dime became his tribute. Now, let's zoom ahead to 2011, a year when most people were still recovering from the economic recession. Smartphones were evolving, and the U.S. Mint quietly produced millions of dimes like it always did, or so we thought. The 2011 Roosevelt dime may seem like just another coin, but certain variations, certain mint marks, certain rare errors from that year have turned this seemingly common coin into a hot topic among collectors and coin dealers alike. The 2011 dime was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint location placed its own tiny mark on the coin. A P for Philadelphia, a D for Denver, and an S for San Francisco. Now here's where things start getting juicy. The Philadelphia and Denver dimes were intended for circulation, meaning millions were made and used in everyday transactions. But San Francisco? They produced proof coins, those ultra-shiny, mirror-like beauties made for collectors. These are never supposed to end up in your change, but sometimes mistakes happen. There are rumors and rare cases where proof coins somehow made it into circulation. If you find a 2011 Roosevelt dime that looks out of place in your pocket change, you might just have struck silver, metaphorically, of course, since modern dimes aren't made of silver anymore, unless you find a special edition. Now this is the part you've been waiting for. The treasure hunt. Errorcoins.in 2011. Several Roosevelt dimes left the mint with oddities, imperfections that make them incredibly rare and highly valuable to collectors. Let's talk about some of the most sought-after ones. Off-center strikes. These coins were not aligned properly during minting, causing part of the design to be missing or off-center. Depending on how extreme the error is, the value can range from $50 to several $100s. Double dies. This is when the coin's image appears doubled, often seen on the date or lettering. A sharp eye can spot this, and collectors will pay handsomely, sometimes in the range of $100 to $1,000 for a clean example. Missing clad layer. Dimes are made of a copper core sandwiched between nickel layers. Occasionally, a layer might be missing, giving the coin a distinct copper appearance. If you see a dime that looks too red or too coppery, it could be a missing clad layer error. And yes, that's worth serious money. Proof error coins in circulation. If you ever come across a mirror like 2011 dime, check the mint mark. If it says S and isn't supposed to be there, you could be holding something worth hundreds. So let's break it down. The average 2011 dime in circulated condition? Worth exactly 10 cents. But let's talk market value for rare specimens. MS 67 or higher, mint state a regular 2011, D or 2011, P in pristine, uncirculated condition can fetch between $10 and $40. Depending on the grading. MS 68 and above, this is where prices climb. Only a small number of coins exist at this level. One in perfect condition with beautiful luster and no visible marks could sell for over $100, even up to $250 or more at auction. Proof coins 2011. Standard proof dimes sell for $2 to $5. But rare varieties are errors. Some have sold for hundreds. Major errors, off-center strikes, double dies, missing layers. These are the jackpot dimes. They can be worth from $100 to several $1,000s depending on rarity and condition. So before you spend that 2011 dime at the gas station or toss it in a tip jar, take a good look. Get out a magnifying glass. It might be worth far more than 10 cents. Now, let's say you want to go treasure hunting. Here's what to do. Check your change. Every single dime could be a hidden gem. Get familiar with coin magnifiers and lighting. The difference between a $1 coin and a $100 coin is often in the tiniest detail. Learn the grading system. The higher the grade, the higher the value. Compare your coin with trusted references. Use websites like PCGS or NGC, or join numismatic forums and groups. If you think you've found something valuable, send it for professional grading. A certified coin can sell for 10 times more than an ungraded one. So the next time you hear that little clink of change hitting the bottom of your pocket or your car's cup holder, remember, coins tell stories. Some of them are worth far more than face value. The 2011 Roosevelt dime might just be the treasure hiding in plain sight. Are you ready to start your search? If you found this video interesting or helpful, smash that like button, subscribe for more coin secrets. And drop a comment if you've ever found a rare coin in your pocket change. Who knows? Your story might be the next one we feature. You're going to want to pay close attention, because that little 10-cent piece from 2015 that you probably toss into your coin jar every week might actually be worth a whole lot more than just a dime. Yes, you heard that right. We're talking about the 2015 United States one dime, also known as the Roosevelt dime. While millions were minted and many think of it as just spare change, some rare versions of this coin have skyrocketed in value, turning heads among collectors and selling for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So, if you've ever looked at a 2015 dime and thought, it's just a dime, this video might change the way you see that shiny little silver coin forever. Stay tuned, because I'll be breaking down the history, the minting secrets, the rare error coins to watch for, and of course, the current market value, including some eye-watering prices that collectors are paying today. To understand the 2015 dime, let's rewind the clock a bit. The Roosevelt dime first entered circulation in 1946, created to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who led America through the Great Depression and World War II. Not only was Roosevelt a powerful and unifying figure in U.S. history, but he also helped establish the March of Dimes, an organization aimed at combating polio. That's right, the coin was named with that exact mission in mind. Over the decades, the design has remained largely unchanged. On the front, you'll see Roosevelt's iconic profile. On the reverse side, a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, symbols of liberty, peace, and strength. Fast forward to 2015, nearly 70 years after its debut, the Roosevelt dime was still going strong. But what makes some 2015 dimes special isn't just the design. It's the mint mark, the strike quality, and rare errors that have coin collectors scrambling to get their hands on them. Section 2. Mint marks, and where the 2015 dime was made in 2015, dimes were minted in 3 main locations. Philadelphia, no mint mark. Denver, D mint mark. San Francisco, S mint mark, usually for proof coins. The vast majority of dimes came from Philadelphia and Denver. Standard business strike coins intended for circulation. However, the San Francisco Mint produced limited numbers of proof coins, which were not meant for everyday use, but rather for collectors. Now here's where it gets juicy. While most dimes are produced by the millions, only a fraction are struck with extraordinary precision or contain minting errors that make them highly collectible. Let's talk about those. Let's get to the good stuff. What makes a 2015 dime worth more than 10 cents? Three main things: condition, rarity, and errors. Coins graded by agencies like PCGS or NGC that achieve mint state 68 or above can fetch serious cash. We're talking $200 to $500 or more, depending on the demand. Why? Because high-quality coins with nearly no blemishes are incredibly hard to find, especially in circulation. The 2015 S-proof dimes were included in special collector sets. These coins were struck multiple times using specially polished dies, resulting in that ultra-shiny mirror-like finish. If you have one still in the original packaging or graded PR69 or PR70, you're sitting on a gem that could be worth $5 to $50 or even more, especially in deep cameo condition. Here's where things get really interesting. Some 2015 dimes were minted with striking errors, and collectors absolutely love these off-center strikes. These coins were not properly aligned during the minting process. The result? Part of the design is missing. A 2015 dime with a 10% to 30% off-center strike could be worth $100 to $300, or more depending on severity. Double dies. A coin where the image appears doubled, usually most visible in the lettering or numbers. If you find a 2015 dime with doubling, especially on the word Liberty or In God We Trust, you might be looking at a rare and valuable piece. Missing clad layer. This error happens when the nickel coating is missing, revealing the copper core. These can sell for $200 to $500 or more, based on condition. Wrong planchet errors. This happens when a dime is mistakenly struck on a blank mint for another coin, like a penny or foreign coin. These are super rare, but if you find one, you could be looking at $1,000 to $2,000 or more. Now, let's talk about what everyone really wants to know. How much is a 2015 dime worth right now in 2025? Well, if you have a regular 2015 P or 2015 D dime in circulated condition, it's still worth face value, just 10 cents. But if you've got a high-grade MS68 plus dime, around $150 to $500, depending on the mint mark. A proof 2015 SPR 70 deep cameo. Expect $50 to $120. A rare mint error, like an off-center or double die. You could get anywhere from $100 to $2,000 or more at auction or from a hungry collector. And here's the kicker. Some collectors and dealers are specifically looking to complete modern era collections, which means demand for high-grade and unique coins like these is only going up. So, how do you know if your 2015 dime is one of these hidden gems? Grab a magnifying glass or coin loop, something with at least 10x magnification. Check for mint marks. Look for D, S, or nothing at all. Inspect every detail. Is there any doubling? Is part of the image missing? Does it look weirdly off-center? Weigh it. A regular dime should weigh about 2.268 grams. If it's off, it could be struck on the wrong planchet. If you suspect something rare, send it in for grading by PCGS or NGC. A certified coin with a high grade or error designation can fetch far more on the market. And there you have it, folks. The humble little 2015 dime may not look like much, but in the world of coin collecting, it holds potential value way beyond 10 cents. Whether it's a pristine high-grade specimen, a rare proof, or a minting error that slipped past inspection, your spare change could be a small fortune in disguise. So before you toss your coins into the vending machine or parking meter, take a second look. You never know. You might be holding history in your hand. If you found this video helpful or entertaining, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap that notification bell so you never miss out on more hidden treasures and money-making coin finds. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare dime, or if you're about to go check your change after watching this. I'd love to hear your stories.